I want more. That's our topic for today. Thanks for joining me for Purposeful Inspiration. Sometimes in life, people want to tell us that we need to accept what God has given to us, and we need to accept the little we have because little is much when God is in it. And yes, that is true. However, it is perfectly okay sometimes to ask for more, not complaining. And it is not to say, Lord, I'm tired of what you have given me. This is not making me happy. Or, Lord, I'm so sad because of this little thing that you have given me. I want a bigger blessing. And in reality, some people do complain that the gift that they have is not what they want. They need the gift of this or the gift of that to do the work of God. They're just complaining. I'm not encouraging anyone to complain. What I'm telling you is to ask for more. And we're going to look at Joshua 15 verses 13 to 19. I'm just going to recap the story because it's a little complex. So Caleb was granted his inheritance in the land of Canaan, in the promised land. And if we recap, Caleb was one of the 12 spies, along with Joshua, who initially spied out the promised land. And they said to they said to the children of Israel and to Moses that we have gone in the land, and yes, there are giants there, but God is with us, and if God is going to give us this land, then we're able to overcome these giants because the land is fruitful. However, the people chose to believe the other 10 who said that giants are in the land and we cannot possibly ever defeat them, we are going to die. And because they chose to believe the other 10 rather than Joshua and Caleb, they had to spend 40 years in the wilderness, where that set of people who chose not to believe in God's ability to help them, they died. And I just got a point. I'm just going to pause here. Believe in God's ability to help you. Believe in God's ability to overcome. There are giants in the land. There are situations that are so challenging and so difficult that we feel that we cannot make it, and by the looks of it, us in our mere selves cannot make it. But if God promised to be with us, then He will see us through. So just believe in God. So continuing, because of Joshua's and Caleb's faithfulness or integrity in telling the truth, and their trust in their belief in God, God said to Caleb and Joshua that anywhere you place your feet in the promised land, or where you have been when you went to spy out the land, that is yours. So know that they were inheriting the land 40 years later, or over 40 years later now. Caleb came to receive his part of the inheritance. And he says, Joshua, remember the promise that God made to me that wherever my feet went at that time, I would get it, and this is where I want. So Joshua says, okay, fine. But there were giants in the land. There are still giants in the land at that time. And Caleb just said, because now he's about 80, 90, he's old. So Caleb says, any young man who is able to defeat the leader of this section of the land, the king in the city, will get to marry my daughter, or one of my daughters. And this young man named Othniel, he defeated the leader, the giant at that time in the land that Caleb wanted. So he got to marry Caleb's daughter. And in marrying Caleb's daughter, Caleb gave his daughter an inheritance. He gave her the land in Negev, that's in the southern region of wherever they were in Canaan. And what I love is that the Bible pauses to tell us the story, that the daughter, I think her name was Aksa, I'm not sure, Aksa, if that's the proper pronunciation, but she saw that the land was dry and it was hot because it was in the southern part. It basically had little to no water in there. Instead of complaining and saying, my father doesn't love me because he has given me this fruitless land, he has given me a land in a deserted place, and he could never love me, she said to Othniel, go and ask my father for a field. He didn't do it, so she went and she did it herself. And she said to her father, you have given me the land in the Negev. I want some springs. Give me some land with springs of water, with wells. And I love that she did it herself, because sometimes some of us are too cowardly and we hide behind our friends and other people in our lives, and we ask them to ask God for things for us. We ask them to petition other people for us. But when Othniel, her husband, was not willing to do what she asked, she didn't, well, the Bible doesn't record that she complained or she fought or she nagged him. No, she just went to her father herself and she said, hey, you have given me this land. Now I'm asking you to give me some land with water. And that is where she's saying, I want more. She's not complaining to say, I'm not content with what you have given me. It is unfair. It is wrong. You don't love me. She just said, hey, I want more. You have given me this. Now it's only fair that you give me an equal, another land that matches up, that reflects. So you have given me a dry land, give me a land with water so that I can survive. And that's how we need to approach God. Say to him that, hey, you have given me this gift. And I remember saying it to him, Lord, you have given me the gift of teaching, but, there's just something, I didn't know what it was at the time, but I was saying, there's just something missing. If you're going to give me the gift of teaching, I need something. And that's when he told me to read through the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation. And it took me a little over a year or so to do that. But when I finished, I got a deeper understanding of the word. So it's basically, I was saying to God, hey, you gave me the gift of teaching. Now I need a little understanding to ensure that it is balanced, that my application in life, that me going forward is balanced. I'm not more on the teaching side and then I'm teaching rubbish. I'm teaching without understanding. I'm not teaching the word. And it's okay to have the gift of prophecy and say, hey, God, give me discernment. It's okay to have the gift of speaking in diverse tongues and to say, all right, Lord, you have given me this gift of speaking in diverse tongues. No, give me the gift of interpretation. I want more than what you have given me, because what you have given me is good and I appreciate it, but it's insufficient if you want me to function properly in life. Because just imagine if Aksa had just received that land in the south, the land in Negev where it was dry. She would have to really struggle to make it. She would have to be begging other people for water. She would have to be relying and depending on other people to help her to accomplish, or to help her to live fruitfully and successfully on the land that she was given. And it is so with us that we have been given various gifts. Some of us 1, 2, 3, all of them. Some of us, we have been all given gifts. And we don't have to be content with where we are just because life teaches us to just accept whatever we get. No, it's okay to ask for more. It's okay to say, Lord, what you have given me is awesome and I appreciate it and I love it. But I would also like this, just to ensure that I function properly. So if I have the gift of teaching and you give me understanding, I won't need to be depending or be relying on what other people are teaching, although it's really good to hear from other people what their point of view is and the revelation they have received from God. But, we won't be over relying or over depending on other people's revelations for us to be effective in teaching. If you say, Lord, give me understanding, give me wisdom, give me revelation. You have the gift of prophesying. Say, Lord, give me discernment, because you can prophesy and you hear the word of God and you know that it is God who is telling you to say various things and he's showing you various things. However, you do need discernment to apply, to say, hold back, don't talk just yet, or use these words, don't use that word. Watch how you say it with love. You need discernment to say, all right, it is this family and it is this specific person. I'm remembering when Samuel went to anoint a son of Jesse, and he just went to the house and he saw all of the most handsome sons, and he was saying, Lord, is it this one? And the Lord kept saying, no. However, if I'm just going to say this, however, if Samuel had just asked for the gift of discernment, he would have just looked at these guys and said, they're not the one. Send me that other son. You must have another son here, because the Lord sent me to this house to anoint a son to be king. You're asked one of your sons to be king. So there must be another son, because I'm looking at them and they're just not matching. The discernment within me is just telling me that it's none of them. Right? So it's okay to ask for the gift of discernment, to be more specific in prophesying. It's okay to ask for the gift of interpretation, because if you're going to be speaking in diverse tongues, at some point you will need to be able to interpret so that the word can be effective in the lives of others. It is okay to ask for more. And I'm just going to close with this one. Jabez in 1 Chronicles 4 verse 10. His mother named him Jabez because she said that she conceived him out of sorrow, or she gave birth to him in sorrow, and it was a very sorrowful name for that young man. But whatever was happening in his life, he never complained, and he never said, Lord, you're wicked and you're cruel, because how could you allow my mother to give me such a terrible name, and to give me a name that will forever mean sorrowful, forever mean that my life is just going to be awful and sad. No. He said, Lord, I'm asking you to enlarge my territory. Whatever I have now, give me more to eat. And put your hand upon me so that evil elements in this world cannot harm me, so that I be protected by you. And this is basically what Axa was asking of her father Caleb. Enlarge my territory so that the evil elements that are in the south, or the heat, or the dry lands, I will be able to overcome with the springs, the wells that I will receive from this land. So if you have a gift and you just feel like having another gift would really help you to function properly, or to function effectively in working in your gift or working in your purpose, then definitely ask for it. Nothing is wrong to say, Lord, I have the gift of teaching. I want more. Please give me revelations. Give me great understanding. Give me wisdom. I have the gift of administration. Give me time management skills. Give me some technical expertise. Give me things that will add to the gift that you have given me. Give me things that will complement what you have already given me, so that my life in you, that my ability to function in this calling will not be deterred, but it will be more effective, and it will give you more glory. I want more. If you want more, ask for it. Have a good day.